Hello and welcome to Biz Aid Real Estate Investment Management System presentation. We are now at the home page, and at the home page we can see different dashboards. The dashboards help us see in a glance the status of our company. For example, here we can see the active goals chart. The active goals chart shows us for each employee, for the first quarter, his target amount versus his actual amount. Further, we can see this chart which shows us how many commitments did each employee recruited. We can see different dashboards for different positions in the company, and we can choose between them. Let's start the presentation with showing the accounts of the different types of investors that we can have. For example, we can see private investors, loans, lenders, which are the banks that are giving us the loans, different funds, equity, and contact person at the bank or any institutional investor. Let's see now the private investor's view. We can see if he is an active investor or still a lead, his potential investment amount, the last date he was included in a marketing campaign, and the employee who recruited this investor. Let's enter one of those investors. Let's enter the first investor, Mark White. Mark is a private active investor, and we can write here free description text. We can see his potential investment amount, and we can modify it. We can navigate his account by scrolling down the screen or by the navigation area at the left side of the screen. We can see here his commitments to different funds and his actual investments in projects. We can see whether he is investing in a project directly or by a fund. We can see the amount of each investment, his share in the project, and the date that he delivered the money, or as in the first line, did not yet deliver the money. And we can see the project that he is invested in. Now we'll navigate to the payments. Here we can see a chart of the payments Mark has received from the different projects he is invested in by quarters. And we can see all the records of the payments he has paid or received. These are Mark's contact information, phone numbers, emails, addresses, etc. And the contact methods. Mark prefers to be contacted by email. An investor may ask not to be contacted by a specific method. And we can see the last date this investor was included in a campaign. We are now navigating to the action items area where we can see open items still to be performed. For example, this open item, the phone call. Or we can choose to see all action items. We can see now also a welcome call that is already completed. And we can add a new action item by clicking on this button. We can add different types of actions, tasks, phone calls, appointments, emails, etc. So everything is documented and the system can remind the user when the due date of the future actions arrives. Next, the user can write a smart note. Once writing a note, the system presents when the note was written and by whom. And if the note is edited, the system will show when it was edited and by whom. Now we'll navigate to see all the activities related to Mark and his investments. Let's select All Activities view and filter to see activities from all periods. The system presents all the activities related to Mark and his investments, both open activities and completed ones. For example, emails that were sent automatically by the system reporting each payment transferred to the investor for each period, for each project, or automatically by a marketing campaign. That's one of those emails that were sent automatically by the system concerning one of the payments that were made for Mark for one of the projects he is invested in. We can see from whom the email was sent, we can see it was sent to Mark, and we can see which investment the email is concerning. The system automatically enters data from the database, the amount that Mark was paid, the payment day, and for which project. Also attached is the project statement. Let's save and close Mark's account and continue to see the funds view. We can see all the funds in different stages: funds at the recruitment stage, active funds, and closed funds. Let's enter an active fund. We can see here the relevant dates concerning the fund, recruitment starting date, and start and end date of the fund. During the recruitment stage, those fields are relevant: the target amount, the amount of the commitments recruited so far, and what is left to be recruited. This fund is already active, so we no longer recruit commitments to this fund. We can see in the grid all the commitments for this fund. And from here, we can automatically send emails to all the investors to transfer money for a specific project, including the specific amount of each investor. In this section, we can see the current status of the fund, the total potential amount of the fund, the amount already invested, and the amount still free to be invested during the fund period. In the investment section, we can see the actual investments made by the fund in different projects. Let's move forward to the loans view. We can see here all the loans. Let's enter one of the loans. We can see all the details concerning the terms of the loan, the investment of the loan in a project, including the amount and the share of the loan in the project. And we can see a chart of the payments that were made to the loan and all the records of all the payments. At the Smart Notes section, we can scan all the loan documentation and attach it here for future view, print, or email. And we can choose to exit without saving. We'll move now to see another important entity of the system, the projects. We can see projects in different stages, starting from researching stage and ending with selling the project. Let's enter a new project that is recruiting investments. We can see all the information concerning the project, including the estimated cost of the project, the purchase price, and extra costs, that sums up to the total project cost. When selling the project, we can add the selling price and the extra cost and calculate the project's revenue. We can add here detailed information about the property. We can easily add a new fact sheet. We can choose a type from the list or easily add a new type. For example, we will add parking spaces. And then enter how many spaces and choose the value units. And now we have a new fact. We can write the location and the system will present us a Google map. We'll continue to see the investments area. Here are all the different investors of the project: private investors, fund, loan, equity, etc., with their share of the project. We can automatically send the investors emails or create tasks to the employees in charge to transfer the money for the project. Since this is a new project that is not active yet, we will not see here any payments. Let's move to an active project and see the payments. This is the payments chart and a list of all the payments that were made to the different investors of that project. We can add a new project from here manually, or we can insert a list of projects by using a XML, TXT or CSV file. In this way, it is possible to upload projects from the company's website. And we can also export all the projects to an Excel sheet. Now, we'll move to see a campaign. We'll enter an existing campaign, the monthly newsletter campaign. By using a campaign, we can send a large amount of emails automatically. We can send appointments or create tasks to make phone calls, all automatically by the system and personally to each investor. First, we'll choose which accounts to include in this campaign. Here we can see that the marketing list was already selected. We can choose to add another list. We can choose a list from the list we've already defined or create a new marketing list. We'll give the marketing list a name and choose to select the members from the accounts entity. We'll make it a dynamic list, so every new account that fits the profile of the list will be automatically added to the list. Here we can choose the profile of the accounts to be on the new marketing list. We can choose to make a rule on any field of the account entity or any related entity. We choose here the status reason field, and we want it to be equal to lead. We can check the results. It looks like we got what we wanted, so we can use this query. The new list is edited automatically. We can choose to remove it, or reselect it and add it again. Here we can choose to always use this list in future activities of this campaign. And again here, we can choose to remove a list from a campaign. We continue by selecting the activities that the campaign will create automatically to all the accounts in the marketing lists. We can see newsletters that were already sent in previous months. And let's create a new activity for next month. We can choose any kind of activity. In this case, we choose email. And the type of the activity. In this case, we choose content distribution. And fill in the subject of the campaign activity, in this case, the monthly newsletter for February 2012. We schedule here the start date of the activities. Since we choose to send emails, those emails will be sent exactly at the scheduled start date. Last thing is to distribute the campaign activities. Since we choose emails, the system presents us the email screen. We can fill in manually the subject and main text or choose from a template. I choose to send the emails from my account. And that's it. Once the start date arrives, the system will send the emails automatically to all the investors in the marketing lists. Since the due date has not arrived yet, let's enter a previous month to see the emails that were sent. We can see here all the emails that were sent. Let's enter one of them and see it is personalized to the specific investors it was sent to. This email is sent from me to Daniel Thomas, and in the free text we can see the email is personally addressed to Daniel Thomas. And the newsletter is attached. And here we can see all the failures because they do not have emails. We can correct their emails and resend the campaigns. Not to send this email twice to the same account, we will enter here 1 day, so the system will not resend the newsletter to an investor who already received it. Let's go back to the home page and see the personal section of the system. For example, my open activities. We can filter the open activities and see only activities due to today, activities due for tomorrow, and activities that are overdue. We can see here recently viewed pages. We can also pin a view to the list. A pinned page will stay on the list. And the same with system views. Another nice feature is the What's New feature. Any employee can upload his picture here. Here you can follow specific accounts that are important to you. You can register as a follower to an account, like in Twitter, and we can see which accounts we are following. From now on, every major change or activity related to this account will appear on my personal What's New. We can write here public messages that we want to publish to all the employees. It is shown who wrote the message, and others can comment about the message. This is the end of the system functionality presentation. Let's see now the Outlook view of the system. This is the regular Outlook we use every day. We can see here all our tasks and meetings from the CRM. We can view all the entities and use all the functionality of the CRM system also from here, from the folders of the Outlook. For example, we can see the dashboards. And we can see the activities. And the accounts, we can search the accounts for a specific account. Let's open Mark's account. This is the account screen of the CRM system. Thank you very much for watching our presentation. We'll be happy to give you a 30 days free trial so you can try it yourself. We would like to wish you a great day.